the time. Here is something very important to remember, so let me map it out a little bit. Earth is like a giant clock. Just as the hour, minute, and second hands predictably move around a clock, allowing mankind to grasp a concept unknown to animals, and in a way giving us insight into what the future holds on some level, the Earth and its events are just as magically predictable. Looking at your watch may not tell you every minute detail of the future or past, but checking it at 3:30 may help you get a glimpse that 4 o'clock is just around the corner, and that it may take a while before you see 3 o'clock again, without going through a bunch of other times first. There is a pattern in time, and there is a pattern to time. There is a time for everything here on earth, and there is a time for everything for your life while you are here on earth. Time is a circle, only not in the sense that it's some cruel carousel that you are forced to endure. But time is a beautiful displayer of opportunities that allows life to experience all that it can create. Everything has a place in time to show itself. There is truth in that no matter how you choose to see it. There is no right or wrong time for anything. There is only the right now time for it. Time by its very nature is the spherical container of a relational universe. It holds a polarity placement for everything that can possibly exist. It cuts a groove in this universe so that anything that will exist can exist because its counterpart equal is coming along too. For contrast, in a manifested reality, how could you possibly recognize light without experiencing darkness? They go together because they must. To experience darkness means that the light is somewhere around the bend. From the moment you are born, your very birth creates a time for your death. The act of planting a seed in the ground means that there will be something to harvest eventually. Some people will be forced out of living. Some people will be brought back to life. In time, all things will be demolished, but they can also be built up again. Time allows a balance of release for us. Sometimes life is so difficult that you can't help but to laugh or cry, and sometimes life is so wonderful and awe-inspiring that you can't help but to laugh and cry. If you want to be depressed for a while, or go out and party, then guess what? You've got time enough for either. Sometimes you feel like making love. Sometimes you're just not in the mood. There's going to be times where you will run to hug somebody, and times where you'll run away from somebody. There inevitably comes a time where you will hold something up, and then times where you will fold the very same thing up. Sometimes it is necessary to demolish before you can renovate. Just because you have a mouth on your face doesn't mean you must put what you have to say out in front of you all the time. Learn to shut up so that you can learn when to listen, so that you can learn how to recognize opportunities when you should speak up. All of time has been laid before you to choose love or fear. In everything you do, choose love. Choose love and know peace. Know peace, and rarely will the choice of war be thrust upon you. War seems to be the biggest time waster we have at our disposal. Yes, it's true that war and hate have their place in time and space, but choose to know love and peace, and you won't even recognize the horrid stench of war whenever it shuffles by.